through what the state has done and is doing under your leadership to help our students prepare for the STEM jobs that Microsoft and other companies are generating in Washington?
So we have been very active in our state, and I'm proud of our state's action in the last couple of years in STEM education, because we know Bloomberg News was right when they announced that we were the most innovative state in the nation. And if you're going to be the most innovative state in the nation, you ought to make sure that every child has an opportunity to be part of the STEM world, which is the new high-tech world that we know every child's going to need to be aware of. And we are doing good and bold and creative things, starting with one of the first things we did, which was to establish this statewide STEM Alliance and win this grant where we can actually help people understand what our best practices are, and we can share those best practices across schools and school districts. And we know great things are going on. We got to make sure some of those good lessons are learned and replicated throughout our system. So that's the number one thing we did. It's the first thing I did, is one of the first things I did as governor, to start that alliance going, and it's really proved productive. But there are so many other things, and I just stream of consciousness as I can go through them. First, we invested $12 million in expanding our STEM programs in computer science and some of our engineering programs at UW and Western and Washington State University. And we've opened up those slots, which is long overdue because we've had students pounding on the door to get in our engineering programs. We haven't been able to get them in. So the fact that we've had jobs going begging in computer sciences and engineering here at Microsoft and in Boeing, and we not allowing people who wanted to get in these engineering programs, I'm glad that we've made a substantial contribution to open that up. We've had a $2 million Microsoft IT lab program start so that Microsoft can help our computer science training get into the K-12 system. Good start. We've had $2 million program. Excuse me, I can't remember the exact number of this, but we have a program that will get scientific training to 350 elementary school teachers. And the more I'm in this business of studying the importance of STEM education, particularly getting young people of color and women into these programs, the more I understand it's important to have educators who are literate in science in the early grades, not just the postdoctoral situation, but in the early grades. So we've got a program to engage more than 350 teachers to move forward. Then we're doing things that I want to mention. When people think of STEM, they don't think of this. But when I think of STEM, I think of the fact that we got to get all the children who have possible capabilities in science and engineering fields to have access. And that means we got to get kids ready for kindergarten and ready for first grade and ready for third grade. You know, 40% of our African American males are not ready for third grade. Now, if you're not ready for third grade, it's going to be very difficult to access a STEM program eventually in a postgraduate degree. So when I think of STEM, some of the best things we've done is the fact that we've had the largest expanse in high-quality early child education for 3- and 4-year-olds, so they're ready for kindergarten. When I think of STEM, I think of the improvements we've made where we're going to have every child now going to have full-day kindergarten in the state of Washington. When I think of STEM, I think of the fact that we're going to reduce our class size down to 17 in kindergarten to third grade so we can get those children so they're ready for first, second, and third grade, and they can then go on to STEM careers.
Thank you, Governor, for joining us.
Thank you.